generally, I'm not looking for a fatwa, but a lot of brothers that live in the West are unfortunately eating haram meat. And they think that it's not pork, but it's okay. You can say Bismillah. We live in a Christian country. So, if you live in a Christian country, like, America, Canada, UK, then we can eat chicken and beef that's not halal certified, or you don't have to check. So, what are your views on that?
Well, first, we disagree with this terminology of saying this is a Christian country. According to the last census in the UK, Christians are less than 50% of the population. And those Christians that are less than 50% of the population in the UK are not really Christians. They don't go to the church and believe in their book. It's just a form that you get when you get home. They just click Christian, because they're born in a Christian society. So they don't really believe in Christianity, right? So first, we disagree with this idea this is a Christian country, right? Number two, let's take the assumption that it is a Christian country. Let's say, okay, it is a Christian country. Even if you're a Muslim, if you do not slaughter the meat and you electrocute it, it's haram for you to eat, even from a Muslim. It doesn't matter if it's a Christian country or not. If the meat is not slaughtered, it is not halal. It's mayta. Allah Azza wa Jal explicitly says in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 3, حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل لغير الله به. So Allah mentions the different types of meat that are haram. And this maita, this dead meat that you're eating, is haram even if a Muslim is the one who electrocuted the meat. Even if he mentions the name of Allah, it doesn't matter. The meat you need to do the zakah of the meat. You need to actually slaughter the meat, slaughter the dhabiha. And today they don't do this. So whether we accept, even if you want to lie and say it's a Christian country, it's not a Christian country. They do not slaughter the meat, and therefore you're eating atheist meat, right? That is being electrocuted. And it is not good for you. Yani Allah wants good for you, you don't want good for yourself. You're eating meat where the body remains and the blood remains in the body after the death, and all of the germs and the bacteria and everything remains in the body. And you're eating that meat which is unhealthy for you. Allah is making something healthy and good for you, and you're avoiding it to eat from something which is haram. Right? And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, the person raises his hand is dua. وَمَأْكَلُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَشْرَبُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَلْبَسُهُ حَرَامٌ. His clothing is haram, his eating is haram, his drinking is haram. فَأَنَّا يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. How does he expect Allah to answer his dua? If you're eating haram, how do you expect Allah Azza wa Jal to answer the dua that you're making, right? So there are, in countries like here in the UK, there are very good organizations, like, for example, HMC, halal meat certificate HMC here in the UK. They do very, very extensive checks, very diligent one, and they make sure that actually it's slaughtered and it's weekly, and they make sure this is being slaughtered in an Islamic way. You can eat from that. It's more expensive, so people tend to buy from other meats, right? They don't want to buy this one, they buy from other ones, but it is there, and you can eat halal meat in the UK. There's no problem, right? But eating the other types of meat that are doubtable and this and that in a country like the UK today, or these countries that are no longer atheist meat, right? And these countries that are no longer Christian countries to begin with, it's an excuse that people make to eat at McDonald's,
Right. And let alone what the ramifications are on a spiritual level that's in the unseen. We're not even aware of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. يعني سبحان الله, Allah says وما لكم أن لا تأكلوا مما ذكر اسم الله عليه وقد فصل لكم ما حرم عليكم. Why are you not eating? Allah is asking. From Allah, the meat that Allah's name was mentioned upon. And He's detailed to you that which is haram to avoid. Right? And then Allah says that the awliya of the shayateen, they try to entice you from eating haram. They try to push you into eating haram, They try to stop you from eating the meat that is permissible, that Allah Azza wa Jal has given you that you can eat. And subhanAllah, when Surah Al-Ma'idah, the verse that I mentioned, when Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned the things that are haram, because they were asking what types of things are haram, the next verse, then it says, what is halal? يَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا أُحِلَّ لَهُم. They ask you what was made halal for them. So then Allah says everything good is made halal. Because He cannot enumerate what Allah Azza wa Jal allowed you to eat. Allah allowed you to eat all types of fish. Allah allowed you to eat cows. Allah allowed you to eat lamb. Allah allowed you to eat camel meat. Allah allowed you to eat horse meat. List is not as unstoppable. Allah stopped you from some things that you need to avoid. So Allah, the goods are many. The halal is a lot. But people focus on that which Allah Azza wa Jal made impermissible.
Yeah.
Beautifully said. Allah Mubarak.
Yeah, that's a very
Rami,
beautiful
bro,
point.
you want to play the video?
Yeah, inshallah. That's a very good
Inshallah.
point. A lot of people, subhanAllah, they want to focus on things they can't have. And I think that's almost something that's almost a liberalistic principle. Go for what you want. And a lot of the time people want what they can't have. So yani they're really, really enticed to want to do things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited. But yani, it goes back to what you said. It's really about one, sincerity, and two, it's about knowledge. It's about knowing and understanding why you're going to obey this command. It's not just that you have to not eat meat because that's it. You just don't. It's because the most knowledgeable, the most wise, the most high, the one who created you and the meat and the universe and everything in it, has told you not to eat it. And he doesn't say anything except that it's what's best for us, as you mentioned before. So I think that's a very beautiful point.